Welcome to Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, a unique and special environment in college football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this away to get us going here. He's going to bring it out of the end. Football is coughed up by the returner deep inside their own 20. Oh, they keep the football. They're able to recover that fumble and avoid a costly mistake. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense in less than ideal position off that poor return. And there comes the star running back onto the field. He is a special talent. You talk to opponents, he's always the focal point when they face this offense.
Boy, Chris, this guy is special. It's almost like he floats across the field. I mean, I don't think anyone can take him down in the open field.
It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
Well, the offense tries to catch this defense napping here on the first play of the game. And how about the pressure to come up with a big sack to start this game?
Ball handed off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
He hands it off from the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Aggies bring their punt team onto the field.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
And he's able to get the boot away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, a wide receiver, Kirk, this dangerous. He lines up all over the place. Can the linebackers step up and help out the secondary enough to?
Yeah, usually you see these matchups, the slot receiver has a big advantage. But I'll tell you, this linebacker is an excellent athlete. But the wide receiver he's covering today will pose a textbook challenge to see if he can truly cover.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Contact as he let the ball go. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. And this pass is on target, caught. And the gain just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Grab down the middle. It's Shaw. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. More receivers on the field where they take a shot here on second and inches. Makes the grab along the sideline. Goes out of bounds, and it is a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll try the right side on the toss. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out of the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense slowing them down.
On third down, it's a handoff. The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling.
Wow, you love to see this first drive of the game, and the offense goes to the ground game to come up with that critical first down here on third down. Impressive, and now they got a real shot here inside the 10-yard line.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that is a textbook opening drive for this offense. Good job of blending the run with the pass. Had a little more success throwing the football, but when it became crunch time, it gave that ball to that running back, and he knows how to get the ball into the end zone.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage here. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out, and they get a drive going this time. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. And the Aggies looking to run some tempo here.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Breaking free at the 35. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease in the back. Found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Looking to pass here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. And the sophomore making an impact play.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Caught over the middle. It's Rhodes. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. Brought down, but not before he picks up the first down. Nice gain.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I'd like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
The completion makes it second and short. Back to throw again. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Breaking free at the 35. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The gain makes it second and medium. On the toss play, runner moving left. Got space, looking to score. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
See if they can convert the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kurt. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. Fresh set it down to the offense. First down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff running right. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The Aggies will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And he'll drop back here on third down. Signs a good throw. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Sticking with the running game. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And it's incomplete on... Just too much on that ball.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver makes the catch to get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
Now someone moved just a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards.
False start.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. He finds some space. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. The Buckeyes come to the line with first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Ohio State 21, Texas A&M 0.
They'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he finds the running back in the flat. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
And he reached the end zone. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator. You may want to account for the quarterback. Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make adjustments. Account for this guy's legs.
And he's brought down right at the line. They'll spot the ball still right there at the 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a 3rd and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
Penalty flags on the field. The kick was missed, but the defense way too aggressive there. It'll cost him. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Attack on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick grab, but the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
And the Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team ends it in and brings him down. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They get the second half started with a running play. It's a nice game. We'll move the football up to the 27.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Great move in the open field. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play.
Hold it.
See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
Here we go.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call.
Hold it. Offense.
Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
Get set. Flip.
There's the handoff. That one moves the ball across the 40. the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He makes the grab. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the 1st down? Uses the stiff arm and gets past the marker before being taken down.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You can really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the 1st down.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Play of this marathon march, but it's 3rd down and long. Ball handed off. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. One quarter to play of what has been a beatdown so far. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Buckeyes will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Pass caught. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Takes the toss and heads left. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
This line getting set up. It's our first down play. Heading left after the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. He's brought down, but not before they gain to the 42-yard line.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the 1st down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle, but forced down.
I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down.
Will he score here? And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
That one hurts. Smacks him up 10 yards. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Offense.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Testing the right side here. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
There's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision, giving it to the back, instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. The pocket breaking down. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Great call here going that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Pressure is coming, and they heave it deep downfield. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain, but he could have used that when this football game was still in doubt.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They'll test the right side here. And that run goes nowhere, and that'll be the final play of the ballgame. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if he didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.